Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. My name is Angela Shurina. I'm a nutritionist, certified health and nutrition coach, helping people like you to change their eating and health habits to look the way you want to look, to feel amazing, have your health today and many years from now, and just experience life in a very awesome way. Guys, today is the last episode of the week, and I'd like to give you some information to do better shopping this weekend and to be inspired to look at the ingredient list a little bit more carefully. Guys, first, let's start with hormones. What are hormones? You hear a lot about hormones. Hormones affect this and that. Your weight loss are affected by hormones. This is the reason you might not be losing weight or gaining weight. So hormones. But do you actually know what hormones are? Well, hormones are body's chemical messengers. So they are certain substances, chemical substances, usually molecules, that travel in our bloodstream to different tissues and organs in our body, affecting the way they function. So those hormones, they work over time, slowly, affecting many processes in our body, growth, development, but also metabolism and how our body gets energy from food and how our body uses that energy. So hormones, different hormonal messengers affect different processes in our body differently. That's what you want to understand about hormones. And we have these endocrine glands that release these different chemical messengers depending on the conditions of the environment that we are in. And those conditions are our fitness activities, our stress levels, our sleep, the food, of course, we eat, and so many other things that happen to us and we do to ourselves, like eating. All of that affects the way our hormones work and what kind of messages they send to different tissues and organs. So that's what you want to understand about hormones and why it's important for you to control all these different aspects of your lifestyle and your nutrition, of course, because nutrition, food, pure chemicals. Your body disassembles our food in different chemical substitutes, and then it goes into our bloodstream and of course travels all over our body to different also places. And food does affect our hormones a lot. Different substances affect our hormones a lot, right? That's why it's important to be careful about your medications or any other stuff that you consume or put in your body, things like shower gels or soaps or creams or shampoos. It all goes in and affects our hormones. And guys, that's why it's also important to look at the ingredients list of any products and foods you buy. We're not going to be talking about body care or skincare today that much, but we are talking about foods. Yesterday, I was talking to a new client here in Mexico. She is a digital nomad, originally from Europe. I think your mom is from Ecuador, and your father is from somewhere else. But anyhow, she asked me about all this food that she brought with her on this trip across Latin America. And she asked me, is this okay? If that's okay? And she would give me the name of the snack, like garlic flavored almonds. There was something else, but and then what we would do, I would ask her to turn the product around and read the ingredient list, because the name tells me nothing. It doesn't tell me what's in the food. What's important is what's in that food. And so we started reading all these ingredients, and there are a lot of different things that I don't really even understood. They are pure, chemical terms for different additives, preservatives. Sometimes, by the way, they're benign, but the more of those you have in your product, the more there is a chance that it's going to affect your hormones in a way that normal food doesn't affect your hormonal functioning. Like food always affects our hormones. That's why it's important to choose your food wisely. But also there are all these substances these days and ingredients that are novel, that were never tested long-term on humans, or that were never tested how they affect our hormones, our metabolism, our fat storage capacity, and so many things we don't know about those substances. We just put them in our food because they don't kill people, and they preserve food, and they make food tastier. So it's good for profits of the company who makes this product because the shelf life is better. People like it more. People buy it more. So that's why the company would have more profits. And there are no tests for long-term effects or hormonal effects of all of these foods. Like nobody would test a human being for a year eating this product. And we live for 10, 15, 20, we are long-living species, and nobody tests anything long-term. As long as this doesn't poison you, it doesn't kill you, that's okay. That's all that food companies care about. And that's why there is so much food on the shelves of our supermarkets that long-term affect us in a very, very negative way. Not just, fat gain or weight gain, but also anxieties or gut issues, different kinds of hormonal disorders, mental issues. Did I mention mental issues? Yeah, they are related to what's happening in our gut too. And the less of those unknown ingredients, novel, new ingredients that you don't understand, the less of them are in your food, the safer this food going to be for you. Now, I can't tell you, and probably nobody can tell you at this stage, how exactly it's going to affect your hormonal system, especially the combination of all of these ingredients. But there is a conversation going on that all these substances are hormonal disruptors. And all that means is that, like just anything else we ingest, it affects our hormones. And from some data, it seems it's not positive. And in that case, I always prefer to be on the safe side. Yeah, it's not going to kill you, and I'm not sure how it's going to affect your hormones, but I know that the more products with all these different ingredients the person eats, usually their health gets worse, and their fitness and their well-being. And the less of those products a person eats, the better they are in all these areas: mental health, mental well-being, emotional well-being, physical health and fitness, reproductive health and fitness, right? Whether we can have children, and whether we are reproductively not challenged or not, those disruptors, hormonal disruptors, those ingredients that affect everything in our body. We just don't know how yet, and in each person is probably going to be different. And also the combinations of all the different products one person eats is also going to be very different for each person, and the amounts, of course. But so today and over the weekend, while doing your grocery shopping, guys, I'd like you to look at the ingredient list of any products, foods that you buy more carefully, and figure out how you can simplify the ingredient lists in all of your foods. So choose better ones. Maybe order something online, because your health, your well-being, the health and well-being of your family or whoever you share your plates with, they matter a lot for you especially, right? And so those things, those ingredients, they matter. We just don't know how they work exactly, how they can disrupt different functions of our body. But they do affect us. So the less of those weird different ingredients you have in your food, the better. That's why, especially, when I travel, I simplify everything. Like, I don't buy any products. I just buy whole foods. At least it doesn't have any ingredients. And that's how I, simplify my shopping while traveling, but also that how you can simplify your shopping next time you go for grocery shopping, maybe over the weekends for the week. That's how you simplify it. You buy foods with the least amount of ingredients, buy whole foods without packaging, and that's going to simplify a lot of things. And then if you really love some products or some kind of food, then figure out how to get a better version of it, because chances are there is a better version. That's the beauty of our food system today. There is a better version for almost anything. Maybe order it on Amazon or iHerb or some other retailer. Look for better options, and you can metaphorically have your cake and eat it too. So that's the inspiration for you for today, guys. Do better shopping, because ingredients in our foods, in different food products, they matter because they do affect our hormones just like anything else. And that's why also, of course, guys, don't just pay attention to the ingredients, but also all the different foods that you put into your body, because it's all affecting our hormones and how our body is growing, developing, metabolizing different foods for energy, and how our body stores fat or uses fat for fuel and other substances for fuel, right? So it all matters. Ingredients matter. That's what you want to understand, and you want to do better shopping. Again, simplify ingredient list. If you don't understand something, I would prefer you to leave it at the store and then do some online research, or reach out to me, Angela at Create Yourself That Today, and ask that question if this product is okay for you. A lot of my followers, a lot of my clients do this, right? So reach out, ask for a better substitution, maybe for your kids, also your spouses. Ask me what is a better version of this product of food, right? So reach out, do your research, do better shopping, simplify your ingredient list on all the products, buy more whole foods that do not require any ingredient lists. And that's it for today, guys. Do better shopping, because it does matter. It does affect us all, and nobody is testing it for a long-term effects on our body, on our fitness, well-being, and health. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Have an awesome weekend. I'll try to go to the beach. Finally, I've been here for a couple of days, but still haven't had a chance to go to the beach in Playa del Carmen in Mexico, because I'm working, moving, all this stuff. So plan something exciting, something active, something that's going to refresh and recharge you for the week ahead. Do better shopping. Reach out if you need tips and advice. Share this episode with another person who might be also doing grocery shopping this weekend. And guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Until next time, eat better daily.